Hello, everybody. My name is Matt Kern. I'm not really sure, but I think this is Sophia. Is that right? Is that who you are?
It is. I am Sophia Kupse.
Well, we've been sitting here talking for the last hour, and we decided that if we sat here, we'd be talking for another 3 hours. So we thought we should get on with it and, do this speaker highlight in this interview. And you're one of our speakers at the Wellness Summit next week. It's right around the corner.
Yes, I can't wait. I'm delighted to be opening the show, this 2020 Wellness Summit. It is a passion for me because the topic, the name of the Wellness Summit is Heal Yourself, Heal the World. And it's a subject close to my heart, as we discussed, Matthew. I'm all into self-care as a holistic therapist. I'm the director of LT Training Academy and the founder of LT Therapy and the Erase Pain Program. And the Erase Pain Program is all about helping people heal themselves through the power of the mind. And I wrote 3 books on the subject.
Yeah, let's see them. Right, look at that. 3 books right there.
3 books. And these are best-selling books on healing pain through mind power. I also run 2 wellbeing clinics, one in Harley Street, London, and one in Leeds, Bradford, where I live. And I am a senior member of the Royal Society of Medicine, and I sit on the local ethics committee for Yorkshire and Humberside. I'm in the final year of my master's degree, which is a research degree, and my study is all about the importance of self-care. So when I was invited to be a guest speaker, I jumped at the chance because I'm opening the show on a topic that is close to my heart, which is the healing power of your mind.
Mm-hmm. So, go ahead.
No, it's because through a life-changing event that happened 35 years ago, it put me on the path from getting out of my day job into this profession now. And I feel that it's my passion and my mission to help people understand how you can take control of your physical pain, mental health, just by tweaking something simple like your day-to-day thinking. Because when we think negative, we trigger lots of chemical changes in the body. You get too much adrenaline, cortisol, which is your fight and flight. Now, the bad news is when you produce too much cortisol, you get belly fat. Yeah. That's the bad news. And then when we get too much adrenaline in the system and we don't use it because you're not burning it off quick enough, you're going to end up with a lot of lactic acid in your muscle groups, which is going to contribute to lots of aches and pains. And sometimes people wake up in the morning and they say, oh, my back's gone, or I've cricked my neck, or I don't know what's wrong today. I feel out of sorts. But really, they've got to think about what's gone on in the last few weeks, what's been on the mind, what stress has been building up. That has built all this chemical change in the body, which has led to the physiology, the back pain.
Yeah, so that's fascinating to me because I do think, man, we've been talking, like I said, for some time. I think a lot of people feel this. I think a lot of people go through this and they don't really think about, taking care of themselves holistically. They don't think about their well-being and taking care of their body and think about their mindset. So just talk about why is that so important? How do you retrain somebody to get into that mental mindset where they can do something like this?
Well, when I see clients on a one-to-one basis or in the program that I run, the first thing is that people cannot understand how their thoughts that are in their head affect their physical well-being. They think we're 2 separate beings. They think the brain is your computer that drives your body. So how you think and how you feel, as I said, gives you that chemical change. And we start to download through the muscle memory system, which is the key automated system that runs muscle memory gives us our balance, movement and speech. Mm-hmm. And it runs automatically, and it takes billions of sensory nerves under each muscle pathway connected to the back of your brain called cerebellum that allows this automated system to run, but at the same time, it's downloading your feelings, your thoughts, and your emotions. So if you spend most of the day in a stressful, anxious, worried state, you're constantly thinking about things you can never change in your life, you are producing excess adrenaline and cortisol. And
Mhm.
therefore, you're going to be tired, you're not going to feel motivated to do anything, your diet's going to be poor, you're going to want things like sugar, so you get addictive patterns. So how do you change somebody with a negative mindset is by making them understand that your thoughts and your emotions are key players to triggering your health and well-being. You can't force anybody to want to change,
Yeah.
but if you show them that through this pathway, how it downloads into the body, you are starting to trigger conditions like IBS, gut problems, stomach acid, back pain, then they start to connect. Oh, so this bit connects with the body then. They
Yeah.
make the connection. And then we give them proven techniques that are evidence-based by research, backed by research, that really do work to reverse that. It's not all about positive thinking. It's a combination of things. You give them a set of tools such as daily mindfulness, daily gratitude, a bit more of a healthier diet, cut out the sugar, go out for something simple as a walk every day. Just
Mhm.
30 minutes brisk walking, amazing. I'm doing that right now. I'm putting all that to the test and it's paying dividends. So that's how you convert somebody with a negative mindset. Start giving them small steps towards, goals and a purpose,
Yeah.
and then they get the outcome.
That's awesome. And so I don't want to give people too much, but so you're going to give next week, you're going to talk about some actionable steps that people can take. Yes,
Yeah,
a PowerPoint, and then we'll do some question and answering.
yeah. In my presentation, I'll be talking the first 30 minutes about an overview of how I got into this particular line of work, what brought me there. And then I'm going to just do a basic outline of how thoughts transfer into the body. And then I'm going to show everyone the unique mapping system I developed that shows you where certain muscle groups in your back hold on to certain life events like your childhood, your finances, your partnerships, relationships, your job. Each muscle group in the back holds on to these thinking patterns. So I'm going to show everybody, through a mapping system where their pain sits and what thoughts have triggered it, so that they can suddenly take control within seconds. They can just switch it off. And so I'm going to give them some helpful tools, and then I'll end with a Q&A, a question and answer session.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be so good. So I don't want to give too much, but then also before that, this Thursday night, you're going to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and be on the Convene Connection podcast. So I've convinced you, twisted your arm, and to get you out of bed and not let you can take a nap before, and then you got to wake up with a lot of high energy.
I think it's going to be great because anytime I can share any information and knowledge with people about the importance of mindset, it's really key. How you think, what you think, you create, you become. I mean, one of my favourite sayings is what I'm going to start off with at the presentation is what you think, you become. What you feel, you would definitely attract towards you, and what you imagine, you create. Now, that's a fantastic saying by Buddha. I only ever knew the first bit, what you think, you become. But there's a lot of truth behind that.
Yeah, very much.
And Bob Proctor, I think, said, thoughts become things. So you really have to pay attention to how you're thinking, because you will create the environment you live in.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Well, I can't wait. This is going to be fun. I've really enjoyed, sitting here just talking with you the last hour. And I can't wait for Thursday night. And I really can't wait for you to kick off the Wellness Summit. It's going to be, you're going to set the tone, and I'm just really excited about it. So thank you so much for just being a part of this, and, all the way over there from England, just, becoming part of this is just, it's amazing that the amount of talent and the speakers that we have coming into this. It's awesome.
No, I thank you for asking me to be part of this summit, because I think it's exactly what we need right now. right in the middle of the pandemic that we're all living in, because we already know here in the UK that there's been an 80% increase in anxiety because of self-isolation and people not getting, meeting the loved ones and getting back to work. And so being part of the summit is a great way, a platform of helping people, give them the tools they need through all these experts to start working on their own self-care. If you can't do it now, this is the best time to do it, when we're not all running around like headless chickens in a very stressful environment. There's no excuse now. Now's the time. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it now. Heal yourself, and then you can reach out and heal others.
Yeah. So one last thing that we'll say, because I think it's important that from our conversation, is that a lot of people are just, we keep using the word pivot, but now's the time, like you just said, to make that change. Because a lot of people don't want to, coming out of the backside of this pandemic, a lot of people don't want to go back to the same thing that they were involved in, that same rut. So now's the time, right? Now's the time to just make that change.
Absolutely, Matthew. Now is the time to change, because you've never had a better opportunity. Then you've got time on your hands, and instead of sitting there thinking about how am I going to get out of this, it's like almost somebody out there in the universe has slowed the world down and stopped it, slowed the axes down and said, come on now, you've all got a chance. This is your opportunity to shine and become the best you can of yourself. And with the experts we have on this platform, on this summit, it will be, the optimum opportunity to do that.
Yep. All right. Well, you don't want to miss it. Sophia's going to lead off the show, and it's going to be just great information on, kind of rebooting your life right now. The Wellness Summit 2020 is going to be great. So thank you so much for doing this speaker highlight, and I look forward to seeing you Thursday and then next week as well.
Oh, thank you, Matthew, for asking. Look forward to Thursday too, and next week.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.